Hey, what's up guys? Today I'll be doing a review on the Pro-Am of England Professional Contest of Boxing Gloves. So check it out. Hey, what's up guys? Carlo here. Today I'm doing a review on the Pro-Am of England Pro Contest of Boxing Gloves. I got mine in the all-white colorway. 10 ounces. It is a lace-up closure only model because it is a pro contest glove. You can also get this glove in 8 ounces as well as several different colorways, which you can check out on Pro-Am's website. As usual, I'll put the link below in the description box. The glove is made of full, genuine leather construction with a combination of foam and horsehair padding over the knuckle area that gives it a very nice, soft, broken-in feel. And the gloves are manufactured in Pakistan. Now this is going to be the second glove I'm doing a review on from Pro-Am. I recently did a review on their intermediate boxing gloves, which were really solid gloves. Obviously these are a fight glove, so I was really interested on seeing how these would perform before I did a review, and these definitely did not disappoint. Now from a design standpoint, this is definitely more of a compact 10-ounce glove. It definitely reminds me of some other gloves out there that I've reviewed before, kind of like the Pro-Mex Combatiente gloves. It kind of has that shape and form of that, and definitely like that smaller compact feel and that softer broken in Mexican style feel with this glove. So definitely love the fact that they used that blend of horsehair and foam, which gives it a nice, really soft, pliable feel to be able to open and close your hands with relative ease. On the back of the glove, it does have that Pro-Am Boxing England logo that has kind of that old school look. That's basically the front facing picture of a boxing glove. You can see how the thumb kind of drops down, and it kind of has an old school look. It kind of reminds me of like a logo you would see from back like in the 80s and 90s, and I actually kind of like it. I dig it just because it doesn't look, like a lot of the logos you see nowadays are a lot more they have a lot more going on. They just look more, modern, up to date. And this does kind of have a classic feel and look to it as well. The leather on here, I'd say, has more of a satin finish to it all throughout the entire glove. I do like the all white. The other colorways you can check out on their website. They do have where you have two different colors, but I definitely like the all white. It has a very clean look to it. The back of the wrist has about an inch of soft density foam padding. The inside of the wrist has, I'd say, about 3/4 of an inch of soft padding, but the outside padding right here is a little bit more dense that goes along the wrist, and that gives you a little bit more rigidity and support when you lace these gloves up. You have nice long flat laces with plastic tips at the end. I really like the length of these laces. They're super long, so you can really get a lot of turns around your wrist to really lock your wrist in. It says HH10, which I believe is just kind of the model designation. The inside has your standard satin polyester liner on the inside, also a tag that shows the weight, 10 ounces. And on the opposite side of the tag, it shows made in Pakistan. Nothing crazy there. White piping throughout, as well as double stitching. You do have 10 ounces in red on the grip bar, ventilated holes above and below the grip bar, as well as on the thumb. Grip bar on here is a very nice, thick and firm grip bar, so I definitely like the grip bar there, as well as a leather attached thumb with perfect placement right at the tip of the thumb to make sure that thumb tucks right in into this edge of the glove. So overall, from a design standpoint, a very attractive looking glove, and definitely love the colorway. Quality wise, I think the gloves are really nice. I mean, this is, a lot of the gloves I've done reviews on, I'm trying to kind of backtracking a little bit, is, a lot of the gloves I've done review, most of them are made in Pakistan. You'll find that a lot of companies manufacture their gloves there. But there's a varying degree of workmanship. You might find some of the more affordable, or should I say the cheaper entry-level stuff not to be as refined. But these gloves definitely are really nice. One big thing about these being a pro contest glove is that they have to be on point with weight. When I put them on the scale, they're pretty much exactly at 10 ounces. So it's great to see that. You can see also that it's a very well balanced glove. It's not top heavy. The distribution of foam throughout the entire glove, whether it's down here at the bottom of the wrist, the cuff, all the way to the hand compartment is distributed really nicely. The leather is held up very well. You can see it's a little bit dirty from me using it, but no rips, tears, or scuffs in the leather, so it's held up really nicely. Stitching is done pretty well overall throughout the entire glove. Where the thumb meets the index finger, it's done pretty good. There's a little area right there that it's kind of pulling at the leather, but nothing uncommon that you see here that you would see in other gloves as well. Double stitching on the palm looks really good. You know, laces are solid, holes are all poked out. You don't have any excess leather sitting inside the holes. Inside liner is done really nicely. No issues with torn liner or any type of exposed foam on the inside right there. Outside edge right here looks really clean overall. Again, leather on that looks good. Leather on the back of the wrist is nice. It has kind of like a wrinkly feel to it as well. That old school. Kind of reminds me of the Everlast, the original Everlast MX Pro Fight gloves. That similar feel with leather right here at the wrist. It has kind of that wrinkly old school feel to it. But overall quality on these gloves are really nice, solid. Comfort wise, probably my favorite part about this glove is extremely comfortable. You slide your hand in there and they, you know, no pun intended, they fit like a glove. It does have a oversized thumb, and when I say oversized, you can tell that they put a lot of an emphasis on the size of the thumb. Pulls right in there. This piping isn't too tight, so that fat part of your thumb is nice and comfortable. When you make a fist, you can see that the attached thumb does its job by holding the thumb down, but it doesn't collapse the thumb all the way down to where you feel like your thumb's gonna jam. So, but the room on the inside of the thumb is really nice, comfortable. Padding on the back of the thumb feels comfortable as well. I'd say that's probably like medium to soft density foam on the back of the thumb. Opening and closing your hands, even after I've been using these gloves, the day I got them, they were extremely soft, broken in, and that obviously has a lot to do with that foam and horsehair that they use over the knuckles, which gives you a lot of pliability and being able to open and close your hand, which I love. So, you know, in terms of the comfort, definitely very comfortable. Finger compartment, I wish was a tad deeper. It's a little bit on the shallow end. It's not a bad thing. It's still very comfortable. I just wish it was maybe a little bit tad deeper and drop down a little bit further, but that's just me kind of nitpicking the gloves. You do have a nice piece of felt liner that envelopes the entire finger pocket. So I love the fact that they put this felt all around here that covers the stitching, and it gives it a little bit more of a luxurious feel, and it's very comfortable that you don't feel the actual stitching rubbing against the inside of your fingers when you're using these gloves and you make a fist. Really nice broken in. Wrist support feels good for what it is. Nothing too crazy here in terms of an advanced wrist support system. You have your standard laces you can lock in. It's not too wide, not too narrow, and you can see it drops down on my forearm. Not too far, right here in the middle, so in terms of length, it's perfect. But definitely a very, very comfortable glove, so in terms of comfort, that's probably my favorite feature of this glove, is definitely the comfort. Protection and performance, this is a combination of foam and horsehair over the knuckle area, so you can see it has a very soft broken in feel. This is going to be one of those gloves that you're trying to inflict as much damage as possible on your opponent. You can see it has just that very flat punch surface. For those of you like myself that aren't pros, that you're going to just use this for your training, yes, you can use this for bag work. I would probably limit it to bags that are not very dense, densely filled. I have this wrecking ball bag here, and this one's a little bit on the stiffer side. So bags like this, excuse me, when you use a bag that's very dense, densely filled, feels a lot more solid, doesn't have a lot of give to it, and you use these style of gloves, these horsehair softer gloves, it'll tend to break the padding down a lot quicker, or you'll also feel the shock of the punch a lot more because it's just not as forgiving. So it's completely up to you. Everybody's different, but me personally, I like to use these gloves if I'm using a heavy bag on something a lot softer like the Tidal wide load bag, where when you punch into it, your shots really sink in, or even like an aqua bag where you just get a little bit more of a sinking feeling rather than your punch bouncing off the bag. But for other training, hitting a double end bag, especially hitting the mitts, that's where these gloves really shine. You get that just perfect feeling, that pop, that bang, that feedback that you're looking for with this type of glove. And then obviously if you're a pro and you're using this for a fight, then this is the type of glove that you really want to inflict a lot of damage with. But I could definitely feel landing my shots here, the shock coming through. I can really feel my like knuckles pierce through the foam as well. And that's just the nature of this style of glove that you're getting. But great pop, great feedback. I can feel all my shots. But definitely more on the feedback puncher side. Not a very protective glove for those of you that are looking at getting these. So do keep that in mind. One thing you can also do with gloves like this, which I recommend sometimes, is you can supplement it with a gel knuckle pad. So if you really want a glove that's soft, broken in, you want that feedback and pop, but maybe you're nursing a hand injury, maybe you just wanted something a little bit more protective, but you want that softness and that feel, then I would probably just get yourself maybe a Skulltech gel pad or even the winning NG2s, and you can put that over your knuckle and use that as a supplement. Cost-wise, these gloves are 95 British pounds, which is roughly about, I'd say it's about 110 US dollars. So just depending on the conversion that you go with or your currency. Currently these are like right at 109, I believe. So 110 US dollars for these gloves, which is not a bad deal at all. I think that's a fair price, all things considered. Definitely like the quality, the construction, the design. I do wish that they had more colorways. There's a couple of colorways on the website, but more colorways would be nice. And just that way you have a little bit more variety when you're picking the glove. But everything else about the glove I like. Me personally, I love puncher style gloves. I love soft padding gloves, ones that you can just put your hands in and go. There's no break-in period. So that's a big plus for me. But yeah, overall for the cost of the gloves at 110 US dollars, I definitely think that's a fair price, all things considered, with this glove. So if you guys have any questions or comments, you guys know what to do. Put them down below. I'll put the link in the description box where you can find these Pro-Am boxing, Pro Contest boxing gloves, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.